Once you get your materials off the belt, you need a way to sell your wares. In this video, you'll get the fits, tips, and tricks to efficiently sell all your ore, gas, and beyond so you can get back to playing the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer. For the better part of 10 years now, we're talking mining hauling, compression, reprocessing, fits. Let's not waste another second. First ship is the Miasmos, or the Miasmos, I'm not really sure. This one is going to be transporting all of your mining focus needs with a mining hold at rank 5 of 63,000 M3, but it can only hold ore. This is raw ore straight off the belt, nothing reprocessed like that. The next ship is going to be the Kryos. Instead of holding raw asteroids, it can hold ice and minerals. Minerals are reprocessed crystals like titanium, pyrite, and other things. Both of these fits are going to be in the description, and they're extremely similar. The school of thought here is that since we do primarily our hauling in high sec, we're going to have a bunch of mobility focused low slots, a warp core stab to be sure that we get away safe, as well as some plus warp speed with the hyperspatial velocity optimizers. There is some slight tank on there, but it's just a bunch of tech 1 stuff. The reality is with these base ships, these tech 1 ships, if somebody's going to try to kill you, they're going to get you no matter what kind of tank you put on there. This is basically just to stop the low-hanging fruit from taking you out. You only get just shy of 10k effective HP from this fit, but you move a little bit faster. Both the fits for the Kryos and the Miasmos are going to come in at just under 6.5 million ISK, with the Miasmos being a little bit slower, 6.5 second line time, got a bigger booty. These ships are just what you start off, and you're going to move towards your Tech 2 hauler, specifically the deep space transport when you're doing a mining hauling, because lead hanger is going to give you 60k M3 at rank 4. I don't have rank 5 yet, and 3900 M3 in the main cargo hold. Plus is extremely tanky. We have entire videos on the Occator and on the Viator, but it fits most, if not all, of the T2 haulers. Check out that video, just popped up in the corner for you. Only other ships that you're really going to be using for this kind of thing are going to be your freighters. The freighters are going to have massive amounts of storage. Obelisk here has 440,000 M3. This is 8 times the amount that the Occator has as a base. This is going to transport all the things you need, but again, it takes a lot of skills to get there. Right now, I think it's going to take me 30 days just to get this one ship. I have other things training. Thank you very much. Now that we've talked about the fits you're going to use in order to transport your ore, let's talk about how and where you're going to be selling your ore. Obviously, you can sell it in the station you're in, or you can go to market. But if you're a brand new player, you're going to want to sell the raw ore itself. Your skills aren't going to be there in order to actually get the good reprocessing yield, so just sell the raw ore. If your skills are decent, however, you're going to sell the reprocessed materials. You can see here I have 71% efficiency, up from the base of 50%. This is using my reprocessing efficiency skills. We also have, I believe this is Veldspar. We also have Veldspar specific efficiency reprocessing skills. And we also have a bean counter reprocessing augment. So skills and augments are going to let you get more materials out of reprocessing your ore. When you have high enough skills, this is what you're going to be selling, not the raw ore itself. You'll get more bang for your buck the more skills and the more augments you have. Let's talk a little bit more about reprocessing while we're on the subject. You're going to notice when I click on this compressed concentrated Veldspar that it's going to show 122.4 weight in this corner. You can see it change right there. That's how much this 0.12 million units weighs, is 122. If I reprocess this into trit, into 0.37 million trit, it goes from 123 M3 to 3,600 M3. It goes up way more. Even though I'm going to be selling the trit in this case, not the raw ore, it still weighs a lot more once I reprocess it. This means I want to reprocess specifically this ore at market and within reason, not back at my home base. Now, the kicker is, you'll notice this cost me 0 ISK to reprocess. That is because I have really good reputation with the corporation that owns this station. As you move up in the ranks of whatever that NPC org that you're trying to rank up with is, you're going to get less and less reprocessing fees. This is one of those nice to haves that's going to save you a lot of money long term, and is something you should go after very quickly when you start a new character. If you don't have a lot of rep with a certain faction, I recommend mission running. You can even do mining missions if you find the right agent. This interaction where the compressed ore is less than the reprocessed mats is not always the case. If you check out ice can also also be compressed, and I try to reprocess this, you'll see that the compressed ice is 2200 versus the refined, the reprocessed materials are all going to be only 889. I always reprocess my compressed ice in my home base station, but I reprocess my ore at market. This is going to minimize the trips I have to do back and forth while still letting me sell the best materials for the best amounts of ISK. Let's start talking about compression actually, because you're never ever going to want to take raw ore, raw ice, raw gas even, and move it to the market and then sell it as is. You're never going to want to do that. It's going to take way too many trips. It's way too heavy. So how do you find compression if you're a new player? Well, you're going to go up into your EdenCom and you're going to find the structure browser. The structure browser is going to show you all structures that are owned by players in the region. Once you have the structure browser open, you're going to specifically go to the service filter and find structures that have the reprocessing plan enabled. If they have a reprocessing plant, you can compress at that station. Now, veteran players know you can actually compress in space your ore and ice and gas, whatever it may be, yourself. Enter in the porpoise. The porpoise is going to compress your ore and your gas, and your orca is going to compress everything else. We have fit videos for both the porpoise and the orca coming out, so sub for those. Once you're in space with the porpoise or orca in your fleet, you're going to right click on the porpoise or the orca and use fleet hanger. You're going to deposit your ore into the fleet hanger. The porpoise can then compress that ore, ice, gas, whatever it may be, put it into the porpoise's mining hold. The porpoise has, with my skills on my alt right here, 60,000 M3, plenty to store all the compressed things that you would mine. Typically what I'll do is I'll compress everything in space and leave it on the porpoise or the orca. Once I'm back in station, I'm going to take that ore from my mining hold, put it into my item hanger, contract it to my main character, and then accept the contract on my main. This is actually one of the reasons why I highly recommend, if you're a working adult, 2 accounts are really optimal for what you're trying to do with Eve. Your main account can be your miner and your second account can be your booster/compressor. And really, this is so important to be able to compress your own stuff that it's worth aiming at. And if you're a new player, hear me. This is one of the #1 things that's going to make you money as a miner once you get a porpoise and an orca. Once you take your stuff to market, you are not, and I mean not, going to right-click your stuff and press sell this item and press sell. No, 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 no. You are absolutely going to get swindled here. You are not making a lot of money, and it is not going to help you, especially if you're a new player. Let me explain. If we right-click this and press view market details, you're going to see sell orders and buy orders. Now, if you're a veteran player, you know this, but stick with me. If you right click and press sell and go to immediate, you are going to fulfill one of these buy orders down here. These are not necessarily guaranteed to be competitive pricing. You can see we have various prices here that go up to 4.41, but the ones that are in JITA, the lowest one that I can see, is actually 4.42, whereas this one is 4.34. That's not a lot when it comes to trits, but over millions of trits as you keep mining, this is a lot of money. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click whatever you're trying to sell, view market details. You're going to see where the prices are for the station you're in, roughly speaking. You're then going to sell the item, go to many months, 3 months. I typically do 3 months, and you're going to put it at a competitive price. I see 4.42 is the lowest inside of JITA itself. So I'm going to do 4.41. No reason to undercut for anything less than what is minimally required. You then press sell. Now you don't get money yet. Obviously, you have to wait for this to fulfill, but this is going to give you more money long term. If you're a newer player, what you can do is you can divide your materials into half. You can sell half of your mats right now, immediately today, and get less money overall, but you get money today, and then take the other half and sell it later. More money later down the line. The more you do that, the more ISK you're going to be able to play with. And that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. You're going to see a bunch of EVE-focused videos pop up in just a moment. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do. Thank you again for the support recently, and we'll see you in the next video.